Well, we are talking about, the some of the approaches towards language curriculum design. In our previous modules, we talked about Nation and McAllister and their concerns about different approaches to curriculum design. And Nation and McAllister, as you could see in the previous modules, provide us a systematic way of looking at approaches, and then giving us some steps how to giving us some guidelines how to cover those steps. Well, we'll continue approaches, but here we will take up Jack Richards' journal article, approaches, curriculum approaches, 3 designs: forward, central, and backward. It's very, this article is easily downloadable, and it's got open access, right? So we will critically see what curriculum approaches are envisaged by Jack Richards and what are their significance for curriculum design. Well, to begin with, in order to plan, develop materials for a program, we need to draw on a specific approach. Whatever decision is made, it could have its implications for the overall design of the program. Okay. And in this connection, we need to know what approach we are using and what's its significance. So here we'll look at 3 designs: forward, central, and backward, and we'll see what are their what's their significance for curriculum design. Right. This is just an introductory module where I will just give you brief introduction to some of the salient features of this article, just to help you, facilitate you to better understand the coming modules on this main topic. Well, we'll begin with the definitions. Firstly, curriculum, as if you look at our first 2 modules, the curriculum has been described as a overall plan or a blueprint. It's a sort of, a plan how to actually implement a program or a course, right? And syllabus comes, is a micro form of curriculum. And input is the it initiates learning, and output is the outcome of instructed learning over a period of time. Process involves the choice of a range of methods, techniques, and methodology, the use of various methods, for example, audiolingualism and communicative language teaching. Well, while discussing this article, we will compare and contrast forward design, central design, and backward design. And in order to understand these designs, it's important to mention here that Jack Richards draws on a range of research, valuable research taking place in the domain of English language teaching. And these designs are just proposals, and these encompass some debates taking place about what approach to be employed for language curriculum design. Well, as I said before, input refers to the content of the course. It initiates learning. And output, what learners are actually, they could be able to do as a result of instruction over a certain period of time. We will come across these terms. The reason why I'm trying to define them precisely here is it will help us better evaluate this article and understand its significance for design. Right. Syllabus refers to the course which is teachable, which is learnable, and which is divided in a coherent units. Right. And process involves how teaching is actually undertaken, what activities are employed, and methodology is about the use of methods, techniques, and activities for language learning in the classroom. Right. Input just refers, when we talk about input, we mean to say syllabus. So it could be notional, functional, grammatical. We will come across these terms later on when we will compare and contrast forward design with backward and central with the forward one. Right. And then the process, when we talk about process, Richard classifies it as methodology. And output, learning outcomes or as a result of instruction. So in brief, this introduction has given us a picture of what we are going to discuss when we will talk about approaches to curriculum design. Well, in precisely speaking, this article actually, as I said before, draws on a range of research done in the field of English language teaching and applied linguistics. So, in order to give his argument, in order to give, put forth his contention, Richard draws on various articles and various debates taking place in English language teaching. So it's in brief, this article gives a big picture of what's happening, what trends took place in the past, and what trends are taking place in present for English language teaching. And it's important to understand its the significance for language curriculum design.